Okay, hopefully you can hear me okay. Let me know if you can. I just wanted to sit and do a little bit of a live stream. I did have someone on Instagram ask me about a specific lick, which I'll be doing a little bit of during this live stream. And I'll put the tab for that up on my Patreon afterwards. I may do a proper lesson on this depending if people find it interesting as well. But yeah, hopefully you can hear me okay. Feel free to drop in questions if you've got any. Okay, that's the wrong time. No wonder no one has seen this. Right, 2:45 is when we want to go live. Save. Okay, right, so hopefully some people start to drop in. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them about anything. It doesn't have to be specific, kind of technically stuff or Helix stuff or whatever you want to talk about. But yeah, could not update my video. You probably could. Schedule 2:45. 3 then. Let's just try that. Alright, let me know if you can actually hear me or anything. I think this is struggling at the moment. I'm not sure why. Hey George, no, I'm using the HX Stomp, and William, no, I don't have the Cali Tweed anymore. I found like I'm more of a where are you? Hey Alec, hope you're well. I find I'm more of like a channel switching amp than a pedal platform kind of guy, so like the Mesomark 525 sort of suits me a little bit better, I found. Unhooked can hear me, which is useful, thank you. Right, so hopefully that will update. The Eric Johnson SRV solo. I don't remember it. If I put it on a different preset, maybe. Those little bits I can't really do. I can put on a metronome and see if I can do it. Oh, it looks like we're jammed now as well. Oh, maybe not. The stream is a bit delayed. Okay, let me have a look. Media source, that's properties. Let me know, is the sync lining up okay? So if I do all that, are we looking okay? Best easy to learn melodic scale recommendation. What does melodic scale mean? I think the major scale is the key to most melodic playing, or even the pentatonic scale. But I would say actually the hexatonic scale is probably the sorry. One clap delayed. So am I ahead of the clap, or is what's happening? It's a bit off sync. In which direction though? Are you hearing the clap before you see it, or are you seeing it before you hear it? Anyway, this is the kind of melodic scale that I think. So this is essentially like either the pentatonic scale with one extra note. Sound is first, then the clap. So I need to move this down to 300. Let me know if that improves at all. So what I would suggest is, so if you have your pentatonic scale, so in this case I'm going to use C sharp minor. You think about adding the 9 as well, so or you think about playing the major scale without the 4th degree of the scale. So if you're playing C sharp minor, you just don't play the A, or E major with the A. That sort of stuff. Does that help at all? Also, if you're starting it from the E major, you'd have an E, an F sharp, a G sharp, a B, a C sharp, D sharp, E, and on like that. Hey David, hope things are doing good in LA. So that's kind of like the way that Gary Moore, that's where I happened across this sort of stuff from, because I was hearing at the time that sort of stuff. I think Eric Johnson does a bit of it as well. I don't know if I can actually play that. Let me see if I got a backing track for it. Insert media file. SRV. Maybe. Is this going to be... SRV Eric Jam. Have I got a backing track for that though? Right, I'm going to open that project separately. Sorry if I'm going to go off first. Right, I'm back. So I was just getting the SRV backing track that I've made in the past. Can you hear me okay again still? And does this look vaguely in sync? Not the band. So someone's asked if I could try and do the SLV solo. I'll have a look. So I think YDTube asked about the Boss GT1000. If you're still there, I'll answer. If you're still here, sorry, I didn't get round to it yet. Right, let's try this. Let's try this one. I'm going to need to familiarize myself with some of it first. That's my favourite lick from the tune. I don't remember how that rising up little lick goes though. Still off, but a little better. I can try and make it, I don't know, 200 milliseconds instead. Try that. Hey Perry, how you doing? Let me actually, if I get the tab, I can maybe figure out that Johnson for the second bit. Where have you gone? Don't agree with much of that. Songster, maybe that'll be okay. Consent. Where are you? There's loads of that I don't agree with either. What is this, live or something? Yeah, weird. It's written in 3/4 as well. It's not right. Where are you? The trouble is I can't listen to it without getting pinged for something like that. How is the new job going? Let me just try this. I don't know how this is going to go. And that bit. Using the Eric Lead preset on my HX Stomp. I don't remember. Have I got it? Is there a way for me to play it without you hearing it? Maybe. Yeah, let me just try it. I'm just going to listen to the actual record of that specific lick. That's not coming through, is it? Yes, it is. No, it's not. Okay. That is. Okay. So it's that to start with. I think that's it. Right, that's that lick bit then. Right, hold on. Why is my phone going mental? Like that. That's that little lick. Yeah, I've not really listened to much new Eric Johnson. The Venus Isle is where it's at for me, totally. And then what was that bit there do? Then you're doing that like thing 12 frets above. Bit solo. I think that's about right. Hey Clive, how you doing? Let's try it. Something like that. Right. Wait. So I got that little bit. Cheers to Polymath. Work calls. Yeah, that bit. It's irritating. Right, so what I'm going to do before I try and get that thing to do the harmonics is actually figure out what the line should be. At least then if I don't hit the harmonics I'm getting the line right anyway. Something like that. Right, let's just see where we get with this. Bollocks. Nearly. Sorry, this is not going well, is it? You asked for it. Hey Tim. how I play it anyway. Is that close? Bollocks. Hey, the Polymath, it's SRV, which is from the Venus Isle album, which is like 90s, so it's actually pretty old, vintage Eric Johnson. I think it's his best album. Other people prefer Avia Musicom, but I think it's between those two. Most people think it's his favourite stuff. But obviously his version's a lot better than mine. Do actually kind of do like the jazz videos are not particularly wheedly or wonka, and I guess there's the occasional gent video, but like in terms of improvising lead guitar, which is my main interest, you know, that's it's a bit tricky to if I just play rhythm guitar, but I think there are, you know, plenty of other people that can do that sort of thing better than me anyway. Which of my rhythm stuff do you mean divided by time? I know, so it doesn't you do comment on a lot of my stuff, so I'm not taking it badly. I just mean so obviously on like the Fridays and the Sundays I try and give like a chord type lesson. What sort of my rhythm stuff do you dig? Is it like the funkier stuff, or I kind of wish I was better at it. Would be interesting to get some feedback on that sort of stuff, actually. I think my favourite kind of riff rhythm player has been John Petrucci for a long time. After seeing him live, and like some of the riffs and stuff that are in the Dream Theater tunes are really cool. Hey Danny. Hope you're well. 7 8-string days. Okay. I've got the baritone thing, which I cracked it out the other day for that bass. I'm using the Helix tin, well, the HX. Did you see that one? Basically my mate Jimmy left his bass in my car. Where's that gone? This one had some rhythm playing in it. But yeah, if you've got further ideas, so it's the 7 8-string stuff. So rock, generally I don't think I'm particularly good at playing, but I could try and do some like Thin Lizzy type stuff. So revisiting some of those kind of tunes from my childhood, maybe. I don't know, does that do anything for anyone? But yeah, if you've got other ideas divided by time, it's cool to get feedback on what people want to see some of. Because I did have some feedback a little while ago. I don't have a Les Paul in the house anymore. I think it's about to get collected, but I think they might be dropping off another one as well. I got some feedback saying about, because I've been playing the K-lines for a long time. When I was moving house, they asked if I could try some other guitars as well. So this Sire Les Paul made a debut. Tim gets the tune in one. Excellent work. So yeah, I've tried to do some kind of humbucker-y stuff and Les Paul-y stuff occasionally. Obviously, my instrument of choice, funk soul and R&B. Okay, cool. That's interesting to get an idea of. Let me have another go at this little solo. Close-ish. Cool stuff a while back with Kemper. Drop me a link if you have a specific thing in mind. Are the lines you play mostly Dorian or blues based? No, I would say they're mostly major scale based. Mostly. So the little bit of riff that I wanted to break down was going to be this. I think this was a little ascending line that I was playing on I think the Tokai Strat video, and someone asked if I would kind of break that down. So obviously it's pentatonic based. We start off, so it's in G sharp pentatonic minor. So we start with a G sharp, then a B, C sharp, D sharp, F sharp, G sharp. And that's the basic kind of pattern. And then we ascend up, but we're going to jump up to the next box shape of the pentatonic. So we're going to start on the D sharp, up to the F sharp, to the G sharp, to the B, C sharp, D sharp. So you get... And then on this second box shape, we're just going to continue ascending up there and finish up on this D sharp. EJ does some Lydian stuff on the start of start of Your Sweet Eyes, you could think of as being Lydian. Anyway, yeah, so that riff, or that lick. And I thought the next logical thing that I would do with that, if I was practicing it, would be to kind of do it in every other pentatonic shape in G sharp minor. So we'd start the one below, and then the one above, and then again. Oh wait. And then again. And then. Oh, that was wrong, wasn't it? That kind of thing. I thought it was kind of a cool little short lick, and gets that idea of moving between box shapes in the middle of a lick. Kind of, I think, is a great way to get a little more out of the pentatonic. That sort of thing. In terms of picking it, I'm strictly alternate. Yeah, exactly. You could pick it going backwards, yeah. Hey Chateau Temp, hope things are good in Australia. I think you might have had a question that I may not have answered. So if you want to leave the question again, I'll try and answer it. Sorry. And that's the other thing that I might do. I might link that to a longer passage which has the descending stuff as well. So like... So that kind of has both. So I'll just put it with a click so you can hear that in context. And we should go like this. Just turn off the delay a bit. That sort of thing. So it's a bit of a task on the right hand, if anything. That's where it's more difficult for me. But I think it's got a cool sound. And the descending part, actually, if you try the Eric Johnson thing where you're kind of upstroking to start with. I think that's got a cool kind of sound to it. That went wrong. How do I practice chord tones? Arpeggio based kind of practice maybe, or spread arpeggios. So you know, if you were practicing, so something I was trying to practice the other day. So you know, there's like the tune the chicken. You practice kind of joining up arpeggios. That I think is quite a good way, or the solo kind of thing. So yeah, if you take it like how I used to practice this sort of thing, if you just say, right, I'm going to do I don't mind it actually, Toss Penny. I specifically chose quite a small wedding ring as I have small hands anyway. So yeah, say I'm going to ascend through a piece of music using 4-note arpeggios. Like that. I think that's quite good practice. Or you could take something like Solo, the David Beebe Tom Quayle app, and that to me seems like a really good way to get super focused chord tone practice. Really, I think you can't really get much better than that in terms of a really focused way to do it. If I had more time or more discipline, I'd probably do a bit more of that. But I think a key part of it is to try and be fairly disciplined and keep it slow. So you might also say, right, I'm going to try and just descend and pick your kind of area on the fretboard a little bit. So say if it's going to be up here, we'll start here. And try and stay in the same part of the fretboard. I think that's a good way to kind of practice chord tones, which is a bit arpeggio focused, but maybe you would want to even slow it down a bit more, and so you just say, right, I'm just going to target the third for every chord. So you might go, okay, for this B flat I can just find any D, and then for the E flat I just find any G, and maybe you find one close by, and then back to the D. that kind of thing. Does that make sense? So you might just say, right, I'm going to pick a third for every single chord. So you go, here's my third for the B flat, here's my third for the E flat, here's my third for the B flat. Audio visual sync is way off. I can't really do much about that until you tell me which way. We're at 100 milliseconds now, if that's better. So that's two little ways. You know, you either pick just one chord tone for each chord, or each bar, or whatever it is you're practicing, or you pick an arpeggio for each bar and try and kind of methodically work your way through a tune. There you go, Wayne. Let me know. Comping is a good way. Yeah, that's a good way. The other good thing is to try just playing bass lines. So yeah, it's cool, Tim. I can change the sync, so hopefully I can get it closer if the feedback is that it's out of sync, because I have like a little offset thing which I can change. I don't know, does that help at all? Possibly not. Right, just try this little Eric Johnson thing again. Nearly. Then. One more, let's just try that. It a bit more, I could probably do it just about. The hawk picks that I use are these 3mm ones when I'm using those, but at the moment oftentimes I just grab a black ice, which is 1.5mm anyway, and I quite like the feel of that. Anyway, that sort of thing. Any questions about anything else before? Hey Kevin, it's just an HX stump. Generally no Leonardo, I don't have too much time. I do like a little bit of lessony stuff on YouTube, but not like private lessons. As I didn't have guitar lessons growing up, I don't feel like I'm a particularly good teacher. Yeah, those, I will put those up on Patreon later, Tim. I'll do a proper lesson on it later, I think, as well, with a backing track, which is quite fun. suggestion in learning the technique is to play the major scale 3 notes per string using triplets. Which technique? Legato. No, for me, I would say don't learn it in triplets. That was my very first step when I was trying to play stuff fast as a kid. But I actually think it would be more useful to try and learn to play 3 note per string, but doing like even. David, I do not have a disciplined practice routine, no. I'm not thinking too much about notes at the end of a lick. I'm more thinking about where it lands in terms of timing. Also, I think the chord tone thing can be important, but also if you listen to a lot of kind of popular solos and stuff, they are using pentatonics. And the thing that the pentatonic has the advantage of doing is kind of sounding like the right notes for a lot of the stuff. So, you know, if you are playing like a fast line or whatever, pentatonic can give you a lot of leeway in terms of where you're landing to end a lick. So for me, things that I might try to end a lick on might be the 7 or the 3rd. Or the 9. There's no real great answer for that. It's sort of a lot of instinct as well. So if I just play over the SRV thing. There's a 3rd. There's a root. It's not anything that's particularly conscious. You're listening to the shape of the line and finding where that line naturally kind of wants to end, in my opinion. I really like ending on the 9 as well. This is Eric Lead, K Cooks. So Eric Lead is the one that I use most of the time for almost everything. I think some of the chord tone thing certainly super important in jazz, but in kind of pop music, not so much, in my opinion. It's not necessarily something that is all through some music. You know, like Baker Street. It's not so much chord tone based, it's more kind of melody based and pentatonic based. So if you're just thinking in melody as well, that can get you further sometimes than just chord tones can, if that makes sense. Because I think chord tone thinking can also lead you to be quite arpeggio based, in the way that certainly some of us practice it. And you know, if you're thinking that's a D minor, we've got a 5, a 3, and then a 2, and then down to the 1, right? It doesn't sound to me like it's particularly chord tone based, if that makes sense. Like you could play that over the F. You'd have the, what, that'd be the 7, the 6, the 5. But actually, like in terms of analysis, it makes just as much sense to just say you're playing the hexatonic scale. And the hexatonic scale to me is a scale that sounds super melodic over everything. Don't know what the dogs are going mental about. Your legato runs a mix of scales, pentatonics, modes, harmonic scales, and such. They're generally a mix of scales, major scales, and pentatonics. Do you take a modal approach to your leads? For example, when hearing a tune, do you say to yourself, I hear Lydian over this? Not really. I hear, okay, we're on chord 4. So if you hear something like, so some people, you know, you're saying that is a Lydian thing. Let me just give an example, actually. Because unless it's a static root note without much harmony, actually in terms of modes, you're kind of, most of the time, you're being dictated to what the thing is. Most of the time. Like, so, for instance, if I take this as a backing track, so this I've called C Lydian. So You know, like it's got a sound to it. It's not particularly like there's many other options that would work over that anyway. Let me just try. Like you could do a little bit of melodic minor there, but there's not a whole load of stuff that is gonna sound like you know what you're playing over that, and unless you're playing C Lydian, or you know you're thinking about it as a C major belonging to G. So that's the case for me. The way that I hear most things are pretty diatonic, as in they belong to a key in my opinion. So my approach is finding where that home is for each kind of thing. So for example, let me take the Guthrie tune 5s. If I take an approach to that, oh, it's not here. Anyway, you know, you've got the A. So that tune, that particular chord there could be from two homes. So you can either treat that as like an A minor, as in part of C major, or sometimes with that I'm taking the approach like, what if I imply that that's Dorian? Where do I get my backing tracks? I make them, Arthur. And they go on my Patreon. Eric Johnson is mostly a picking player, so I wouldn't really listen to Eric Johnson for legato lines. I would maybe listen to someone like Tom Quayle, Brett Garseed, Alan Holdsworth, these kind of players. Eric Johnson is very much a kind of pentatonic-y, but fast pentatonic-y kind of guy. So yeah, not Eric Johnson. It wouldn't be like a legato player in my opinion. Yeah, Alan Holdsworth, Brett Garseed, a kind of typical. Alan Hines. No, this is just Helix straight to interface justice. Tom Quayle, other legato-y players. You know, that sort of stuff, more so than... trying to think of anyone else. Tim Miller, legato-based kind of stuff. Those kind of names. Right, I'm going to wrap the stream up because the dogs are going mental. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully that was vaguely interesting to someone. Hopefully the sound was okay. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Arch. Alan Hines, a great legato player. Definitely check out his stuff. Yeah, Alan Hines, Alan Holdsworth, Brett Garseed, kind of the daddies of legato in my opinion. Greg Howe is another cool one as well. These kind of guys. Yeah, right. Another video coming up later. Hopefully that was something. It was something on it. Thanks for stopping by. If you wanted to like the video in case you wanted to be notified of a few more of these in the future, that could be cool. And I'll catch you in another video soon. Cheers.